Hi guys, welcome back, or welcome if this is your first time here. My name is Monici and today I'm going to be showing you how we flipped these side tables that I'm using as nightstands. As most of you know, we are moving into our first home and we're trying to find very cheap furniture and kind of making it our own. And I found these on Facebook Marketplace almost a year ago and they were $40 for both of them. And I'm not a fan of the orangey color, so I decided to kind of give it a little makeover. These have been kind of sitting downstairs in my parents' basement for a year, so I really needed to clean this up. I just used some Dawn dish soap and water and made sure they were clean before sanding. Originally I was going to use this transfer and I decided not to do that for this project, but I eventually will be using this for something else I have in mind, so stay tuned for that. Next, I lightly sanded the entire table and made sure everything was kind of scuffed up before painting. This is a new color that Dixie Belle has come out with their silk line, and it's called Glacier. It's very beautiful. It's kind of like a taupe, so it's in between gray and like a beige, but kind of more towards the gray side, which I usually don't pick, but I ended up really liking it. And you can see here, this paint goes on so thick, it covers pretty quickly. You should put 2 coats in, and you don't need to prime it. It has a top coat, so you don't have to worry about that. Some people do feel more secure still priming and putting a top coat, but I usually don't. Once the paint was dry, I had to decide what to do with the top of this nightstand. So what I did was do a paint wash, which is equal parts water and paint, and then you mix it and just put it on the top. And once it's covered, you wipe it off with a rag and it kind of tones down the color. You can see beside the orangey top and the one that I just did, and I still wasn't very happy with it, so I decided to look for some little details I could add to the legs, and I found these beautiful flowers made of wood, and what I did was I painted them with the Glacier color. And once that was dry, I ended up using Dixie Belle's Voodoo Gel stain in Tobacco Road color, and I just put that over the flower as well. I also ended up using the gel stain for the top of this nightstand, and I added a little bit to the legs and the sides just to kind of make it look a little more aged. And I like how dark the top looks because that will match with the bed frame that we will be using for the guest room where these nightstands will be going. I ended up using some antique gold rub and buff as well for these flowers, and then I just hot glued them to the sides of the legs. Here's a little reminder of what these tables looked like before. And here's what they look like now. So this is just for staging purposes. We're still in the basement at my parents' house and trying to clean the house before move-in, but these will eventually be in our guest room, and we have the bed frame for that and everything, and I think it's going to look so sweet in there. And I love how these turned out. It's very unique, and I think it's just such a simple makeover, but it makes such a difference from the orangey toned wood that we are not a fan of. And some people love that, and I know that they might have kept it the way it was, but that's just not what we like. Leave a comment down below. Let me know if you liked the colors that I chose, if you would have gone a different direction. Let me know. I love to hear feedback. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to my channel, and follow along as I flip more furniture for our home. I hope to see you next time.